Hey guys, here at OSMGXReviews.com. Today we're going to unbox for you the Jelly Lens, which is designed for the Apple iPhone and other Android/smartphone devices with cameras built in. The Jelly Lens is a very basic and inexpensive accessory you can purchase online and in stores for around $5, and it's very cheap because it allows the camera on your iPhone or smartphone to be upgraded to a wide-angle lens. This is really especially useful if you are a photographer or someone who likes to try out different aspects and different techniques with camera taking, and typically camera smartphones and the cameras on your devices tend not to be very good, because obviously they're not designed just to be a camera. They're designed to be a smartphone with Wi-Fi, with calling people, with applications, and of course the camera isn't the main selling point. Again, the Jelly Lens here makes the entire angle experience wider, so if I'm shooting from a room using the iPhone, instead of only seeing a bed, I can now be able to see the entire room. So this can be really useful for taking pictures with friends and family in outdoor conditions, basically for recording video. In almost all instances, a wide-angle lens is something everyone can enjoy. For only $5, it's very cheap. This is a brand new thing we ordered online, and we're going to unbox for you right now. It's packaged in tape. There's also other different accessories you can purchase from the seller, and it doesn't have to be Jelly Lens. It also includes funky lens and stuff that you can create different special effects for, different negative lens, which also changes the way you can see things with your camera, and all of these really nifty and interesting things that you can play around with, and they're fun and expensive and cheap, so best of all, everyone can afford one. And again, it fits in with a multitude of different devices, so it's not just designed for the iPhone, it's designed for plenty of things, so it's generic, which is good. It's also a keychain, so it will hook up to your phone via either a lanyard cord or another loophole, and so that's a nice design aspect as well. It's kindly tightly packaged in here. See if we can just take it out like so, and indeed we can. You can see this is it. This is a Jelly Lens. It's a wide angle for photo and digital cameras. You can see that before and after. You get to see this is before, and afterwards you get to see a lot larger, and you can see a lot more of the actual image that you're taking of. And also it makes this jelly kind of effect, so if you're taking really close-up shots, it's going to make the thing look almost round and three-dimensional. So it's also a very cool effect for close-ups in addition to far-aways, which is a wide lens. You can see that the packaging is pretty generic. You have a little bit of a camera symbol in the back. It tells you can even use it on your digital camera. You don't have to use it on your smartphone. This is a nice feature indeed. You can put it in your digital camera and strap it on as a wrist strap, which is pretty cool. How to use it: remove the lens cap from the adhesive pack, align the center of the lens to the center of the digital camera lens, confirm the position of the lens on the screen, rotate the lens to adjust the angle of the spark, and take a picture and see the amazing result, and put lens back in position after each use to avoid scratches and stuff like that. So do not use lens view at the sun. When the adhesive weakens, please use soap, water to clean it out again. Of course, this is made in China. So let's just open up the Jelly Lens. And inside, again, we just have this lanyard cord attached to the actual lens itself, which again seems to be stuck on by tape. You can see here that, again, it is pretty sticky on first impressions. You have this basic lanyard that, again, attaches to a phone by a lanyard cord or also to a digital camera. Unfortunately, Apple iPhone doesn't have a lanyard hole, so it's going to be hard to keep this with this particular phone. But it should be easier with some other models. And you also see that the center here is green. It matches the color of the lens. It also stretches and bends like a spring slinky, which means that you can more easily access it if you are finding it hard to position. If I'm here, I have to stretch it a little bit to the back. It works quite well, so it fits again with a multitude of devices. As far as the lens itself, we see that that's the lens. It doesn't look like there's a lens cap actually on here. Maybe I'm mistaken. And the back is probably where that is the lens cap. Okay, so this is the lens cap, and we see that this is the adhesive, which is super sticky, and it's very large. When you're not using it, you just basically stick it in like this, and the back is actually not really protected, which is unfortunate. But the front, or the part that comes in contact with the camera, actually is. Again, it's very, very sticky. It's almost like a gelatin layer that is not kind of rough. It's not exactly straight. That might be an issue if you are planning on, having this on a very rough surface. Thankfully, the iPhone is very flat, so it's going to be really easy to stick on there. So let's just stick it on there. I'm wondering if this is going to leave marks, and unfortunately, if it does, it means we have to use soap water just to remove this thing, because it's going to leave some sticky residues behind, and that's going to be unfortunate for the phone. But otherwise, there you go. I'm going to line it up with the camera lens, and that seems to be pretty nice. And you can kind of see the iPhone's lens in here, magnified, and it just hangs on the bottom here, because of course the iPhone, again, doesn't have a lanyard cord. Again, it looks a lot more professional now, because again, the camera has been oomphed in many ways. Now it's protruding outwards. Seems to stand there pretty well in first impressions. Of course, we're going to do a lot more testing on this device and see if it's going to last over time. But let's just take a basic camera shot and see how well that works. Go into the home screen. Let's go into the camera application, and yes, we can see a lot more of the subject now. Let's take an image just to give you an idea of how it works. It seems like the image quality has not been degraded or anything, which is good. It seems to be pretty consistent. It hasn't been taken away. Let's try a very close-up shot and see how it fares with that. Yes, it is pretty round. It looks like the center is round and the sides are warped. You can see, like, it looks like it's a ball effect. It's kind of interesting. It might be a better idea to just try it with perhaps a battery, so you can see a little bit better. You can see how the center is round and the edges are warped inwards. It's kind of interesting. Let's take a far away shot and see how that works. Alright, and now let's remove actually this thing on here, and put on the lens cover again and see if there is a difference if we don't use this accessory and how it works. We have seen quite a lot of accessories that claim to be wide-angle lens that do honestly about the same thing. I don't know what I just did there, so let's just take a picture. You can see now that it's a lot smaller if I compare it to the same images that I just took a few moments ago. The effect is actually quite dramatic, in my opinion. It's quite flat on this picture, but you can see that, yeah, it's very flat images, but on this one I could see a lot more of the subject area, and also the battery looks like it's concurved. Maybe like something on the Samsung Nexus S, which has a concave design. So overall, this is a very intriguing product. It might, be something that's fun to play around with, especially for photographers, even if you're amateur or if you're a professional. It's very inexpensive. Just something that's going to be interesting to check out, especially if you own an iPhone or a smartphone device and you want to have a slightly better camera experience. So thanks for watching here at osmvtxreviews.com. That's been an unboxing of the Jelly Lens wide-angle mobile phone and compact digital camera wide-angle lens accessory. Thanks for watching.